Good evening, Nano fam. It's done. It's done. We are done. We are done with porting Nano to Rust. Hello, everyone. Let me just open up the chat here. RsNano, hey, welcome back. Such a long time since my last stream. LFLF, good evening, Nano fam. Hello there, says Andre. And Sammy D is here again. Hey, hi, guys. So good to be back. And to all the new viewers, if you're asking yourself, what is this stream about? This is about RsNano, the Rust port of the Nano cryptocurrency node. And we have reached the goal, the 100% Rust goal. And that's what we are celebrating today. Hey, AG. Hey, Kedrin. And we are giving away 30. Oh, I just see that there's my overlays are wrong. It says 10 nanos and the times are wrong. No, we're giving away 30 nanos today. And the next two streams, I want to give away 90 nanos over the next 3 streams. Just to celebrate. And the only thing you have to do is post your Nano address. And I don't have to do anything now because I automated the whole giveaway. And we will have a look at it now. How this chatbot works. And yeah, maybe if you want to build stuff yourself, you can use this as a template to start. LFLF says, congrats on the great work, Gustav. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was amazing. The moment when I could delete the last bits of C++, that was just such a joy. After 3.5 years, took way longer than I thought. So Leon posted his Nano address. Now let me check if this works. Oh, and it only works on YouTube because I didn't have time to write the chatbot for Twitch. So where is it? Where is Leon's address? Why doesn't this work now? Oh, this is, oh, maybe stuff goes wrong today because I have never tried this in a real stream. Let's see. So let me show you the AG Unreal Effort. Let me show you this tool. See, this is the tool I wrote, my chatbot, and it shows the captured chat messages. And why doesn't it have Leon's chat message in there? What? Unreal Effort. That message is here. Leon, can you just repost that message? Why did my chatbot not pick it up? That's weird. Oh, yeah, of course it goes wrong. Like the first time. Never tried it live before. So AAK says, hello everybody. Yeah, so let me just compare the chat messages. So Leon posted this message. But Leon, I can... Strange, it doesn't pick up those messages. Is there a filter somehow from YouTube? Oh, and LFLF? It doesn't pick up the Nano messages. I think there's a YouTube filter here. But okay, guys, don't worry. I can just copy the Nano address and I can just paste it in here. And I can just simulate. I added these two text boxes for testing it. So I can just say Leon, and I can say hit enter, and there you are. And let's add LFLF. Oh, I was so happy that I wouldn't have to do this manually, and now I still have to do it manually. This is I'm really surprised that this doesn't work. LFLF. Sammy D says, live demos always fail. Yeah, unfortunately, that's right. Medora is here. Hey, Medora. We need a rewrite in C++, says AAK. Of what? Of Nano, of the chatbot. Why doesn't this pick up the messages with the Nano addresses? Is there must be some YouTube filter option. LFLF says YouTube. Oh, wait. Where's that message? I don't even see it here. Yeah, it is. YouTube filters a lot of messages. Yes, my chat doesn't show the address either, says Bob. Leon says, maybe YouTube has filter. Yes. I guess you have to port it to Rust, says Shadow Smirk. I think there are filters. In YouTube, I think you can say, show me only the top messages and show me all messages. And I think top messages is the default setting. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. I was so happy that I wouldn't have to do this manually. And now I do have to do it manually. Okay, let's add you end of null. But I promise you, next stream it will work. I will find out how to get all messages and not the filtered ones. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to add you all manually now. LFLF, next project idea, porting YouTube to Rust. No, never. I will never port a big project like that to Rust ever again. It took so much more time than I thought. And porting is a bit of a boring task, really. It's not very creative. Just translating code from one language to another. Bob says, yeah, you can switch between top chat and live chat. Yeah, and I have the suspicion that my chatbot here only receives the top chat and not the live chat. But yeah, maybe we can find the bug live on stream. Before I wanted to look at my ReflBot, I wanted to thank you guys. The project took 3.5 years. So no, it wasn't 3.5 years of full-time work. I started slowly. I started only on weekends. But then it got crazy. It got crazy. And I think it's something around 2 years of full-time work, something around that. So, and my initial estimation was it would take 1 year. So I really underestimated how much work it was. And you guys supported me so much. So I wanted to thank Artem Bado, because he was the very first user who found out about RsNano, and he was the first one to join our Discord server, and he was the one who mentioned the Rust RsNano project in the Nano Discord, and he was the reason, that Dimitrios and the others from the Nano Foundation found out about it. So, Artem Bado, thanks to you, and thanks to so many more, and I think I forget a lot of people here. Thanks to you, LFLF. He created the RsNano website. So, this one. And he made more things, and I just can't remember everything out of my head. But this is something that I was really happy about that he did. Thanks to you, Andufnal, because you are here in the live streams all the time, and so much fun to talk to. Thanks, Rui. If you don't know Rui yet, he has been working together with me on this, and he will work on RsNano over the whole of the next year. And he ported the command line interface to Rust. He ported the RPC server to Rust. He ported a lot of tests to Rust, and he did a lot of other things. And he's very, very helpful. And I'm not working alone anymore on RsNano. We are now two now with Rui. So thank you, Rui, for all of the effort that you're putting in. I'm sorry if I don't have you on the list, and you should be there. I'm sure I forgot people. And then I announced that porting was done, finished, and suddenly donations came in, and I didn't even ask for donations, and people just sent nanos, and I was really touched by this and super happy about this. So I wanted to give a shout out to JXJ, who sent 100 nanos, to Ash, who sent 75 nanos, to Fox, who sent 30 nanos, to Forrest, who sent 15 nanos, to an anonymous donator who sent in 500 nanos, and to many more who send smaller amounts or bigger amounts, but I don't know the names. So the names I got here are from addresses that are registered. And a very special thanks goes out to Dennis Rock's podcast and the Twitter user Unemployable, who are behind this funny meme here with the lizard monkey Harris, and he posted on Twitter. Let me open it up. He posted on Twitter. Where is it? This video, this meme video. They make meme videos with Harris, this lizard monkey. And he said for every retweet he will donate 5 nanos to the RsNano project. And he did. It got... how many retweets did it get? 67. Where's the video? Ooh. This one. So let's just look at it. Let me stop the music. So, and let's open that one.
It's fake news, man.
Do you see it?
I am. I see
And let's just go to the end, because you can watch the video in full length on YouTube. Yeah, that was really nice. Look at that. Yeah. That's so nice. Like, I would never have thought that people would do such things. Yeah, Harris is the hook. So that's why my background wallpaper for today is Dennis Rock's podcast. Visit them on Twitter and maybe give them a follow, because that was super nice of them. The handle is, let me just check the Twitter handle. The Twitter handle is this one. Dennis Rock's podcast. So let me read through the chat. Oh, so many new messages. Underflow says task estimations. So what can go wrong? Yeah, I was never good at estimating. Never in my life. Bob said might have been 1 year on a non-moving code base, and that is so true. So most of the time it took was keeping up with upstream. And keeping up with all of those changes from the official code base. And my guess is that it was 70% of my work, just merging the upstream stuff. It was such a slowdown. If the original code base would have been static, I would have been so much faster. But obviously it's not. Like, obviously it is very actively developed still. Hey, Craptor. And the flower says, I wasn't there 3 times, only 3 times in all of those streams. Shadow Smirk says, Nano best community ever. I agree. 1401 is here, RsNano celebration time. Coach Fire, hello, Nano fam. What a great community. Oh, yes, it is. And Rui is here. Thank you for helping me improve as a programmer. Oh, yeah, so it's always fun working with you, Rui. And Rui even visited me for a month. When was it? Last year, year before, and we worked together. It was such a nice time. Where are we? Oh, and Coach Fire. Coach Fire sent in a nano address. So let's copy that and let's put it into my tool. So this is Coach Fire. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 participants only. Is that right? 1401 says, no one would have ever thought that someone devotes 3 years of his time to port Nano to Rust. I wouldn't have thought either. And here we are. Huge props, Gustav. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, 1401. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that it would take so long. So if you want to take part in the giveaway, which I'm going to start now, please send your Nano addresses in chat. And Sammy D, hey. Yeah. Oh, I have to copy. I hate these manual tasks, and that's why I wanted to automate them, and now it doesn't work. Sammy D. 5 participants. So check if you are here on this part on the participants list. And if not, just send your Nano address. I have to reload the spinner thing. 1 second. Refresh cache. Does this work? Does it show online? Yeah, spinner. Here, spinner online. That's the thing that I was looking for. So the spinner is online. Coach Fire says, will the Rust port allow for different kinds of projects to be built, or is it for the decentralization of the code base mostly? Both. So the Rust port is for decentralization of our network, but it features reusable libraries. So if you want to build Nano tools, whatever, you can reuse the RsNano code. So LF, be prepared to rig the wheel. Yeah, the wheel is more rigged than ever before because now I wrote all of the code. Ben, hey Ben, your Nano address. Let me copy it. And let's add you here, Ben. Ben is on the list. Niyush is here. Hey Niyush, welcome back. Let's add you onto the list. Niyush is on the list. Craptor is coming in. Oh, all of the old names. And I promise you, next stream it will work fully automatically. And AAK, let's add your address here too. And yeah, let's start the raffle now. So let's hit the start button. So I changed everything now. So the giveaway is now every 4 minutes we will give away 1 Nano. Coach Fire says, very nice, that's some great work. Thank you, Gustav. Thank you, Coach Fire. Cyborg Gamer, here's my Nano address, guys. Okay, let's copy your Nano address to here, and you are Cyborg Gamer. 10 participants now, and 214 seconds until the first raffle starts. 41 says, true, Twitch and YouTube chat have decent APIs by now. Yeah, and I'm going to add the Twitch chat too. I just didn't have time. And I thought most of my viewers are from YouTube. So I Pareto principle it, and I can, yeah, satisfy 80% with 20% of the work. So yeah, but next stream will be with Twitch. Joe, who's welcome. Let me add you here. And 80-20, yeah, the Pareto principle, it applies everywhere. So 160 seconds. Okay, so let's keep this thing. I have to hide my spinner bot now because it shows the winner prematurely. So let's hide this. And oh no, more Nano addresses. So let's add you too. You know, let's add you too. All right. So the next thing on my list is beer. Yeah, beer. I wanted to celebrate with a beer in my Nano mug because, you know, we're done. So that's the perfect time to fill a beer into the Nano mug. I hope you have something to eat or drink too. It's a Schönbuchbräu right around the corner. Very famous here. And if not, finally the Nano mug. Oh, I was too fast. I spilled it. 1 second. Too fast. Prost, says Sammy D. Beer in a nano mug. I have one beer too. Great. Underfnall. Cheers. So. And 50 seconds. So now let me hide the spinner app. So because you shouldn't see who wins first before the spinner wheel appears. Okay, I think we need an RS mug also. No, yeah, I should sell them as donations for donations. Oh, and by the way, this Harris the Hook, maybe he will join in a live stream. Not sure, but maybe. Okay. Yeah. What's next? Yeah, show the raffle bot. So I wanted to start with this one. So maybe we just... Oh, there it is. Do you see that? The spinner wheel, fully automated. And Niush, congratulations. You've just won one Nano. And now my laptop sends out the Nano automatically, and it creates the proof of work locally by using 4 CPUs. And that is just because I haven't ported the OpenCL proof of work generation, and I think I want to do this this week or next week, so that my CPUs don't get so hot here while I stream. Because yeah, creating that small proof of work takes like 30 seconds on my 4 CPUs that I dedicated to this. And on the graphic card, it would be just very fast, I think. So yeah, congrats. Let me know if you got the Nano. Or I can maybe just have a look at the logs. Oh, it's still generating. Yeah, time for a beer then. Cheers to you. Cheers to the Nano community. But it has an upside. So if sending out the price now takes 30 seconds, you will not get the price in advance, because then now you can watch it on YouTube, and I think it has something like a 20-second delay or 30-second delay, and then you will get the price. So now it's out. Let me know if you got it. Let me know if it worked. So now I can will this one back. So 130 seconds until the next raffle. Yeah, 1401 says clap magic of Nano clap. Cheers, Nano fam. Okay, says Underfnall. So I wanted to show you how I built this bot, this raffle bot. It is all open source. I put it on GitHub. So if you go to the RsNano GitHub, which is here, rsnano.com, github.com/rsnanonode, and you click on repositories, then you can find the bot here. Rafflebot is the name, and the code is a bit messy. It was a quick and dirty thing. Didn't want to spend too much time on that. So there's hardly any unit tests, and it is not super nicely written, but it works, somehow works, and I'm going to clean it up later. Adifla says, Gustav, implement a few minutes lag and we are a Bitcoin clone. Yeah, 10 minutes lag to simulate Bitcoin. LFLF says, we need RsNano merch. Yeah, would be so cool to have my own RsNano mug. Yeah, maybe if I find time. Nano X payment soon. I hope so, says, I hope so. Cyborg Gamer. News. Yeah, it worked. So, great. So that worked. So now I'm confident. Coach Fire says, will you set up a Docker Compose for RsNano node? I will release a Docker image. And there is even a Docker image for the RC1. I released an RC1 version, and I've been running that for quite a while on this node here. Here, 1200 hours uptime. And it's even a voting node. And no problems so far as I know. Oh, the next giveaway already. Now that goes fast. SamiD, congratulations. And this is a Docker image that you can try out. It is not 100% Rust. So this still uses the C++ wrapper. And I want to release a Docker version with the 100% Rust code soon, very soon. Just haven't found the time yet. Or maybe there is even one? Yeah, I don't know. I will release one soon. Okay. Congrats, Sammy. Yeah, congrats, Sammy. You won. So yeah, that's on my list, releasing a Docker image. So this is the code of the RaffleBot, and I have it locally here too. So let's just go there. Let's go to, where is it, RaffleBot? And let's just have a look at certain things here. So I don't want to have a look at how the chat thing works, but I want to show you how I reused the RsNano code for this bot. Because if you look at the dependencies, you can see the chatbot uses RsNano core, and some nullable stuff for those unit tests that I wrote, and the RPC messages here, and the RPC client. Because yeah, obviously my my chatbot talks to a Nano server and a C++ Nano server right now, and it does this by using the Rust implementation of the RPC client. And when we look at the RsNano project, there I have a simple diagram there that shows the current structure. So let's, if we just scroll down here, this I mean. So these boxes are crates, or libraries if you're not from Rust. In Rust, libraries are called crates. And this is the current structure. So we have at the very bottom our nullables, which we use for testing. So they are thin wrappers that I use to write very fast unit tests. And then we have at the very bottom the core. And the core crate contains all of the types, the block hash, the account, the amount, and proof of work generation code. So that's why we reference this one in our RaffleBot. So this is here the RsNano core. We use that for everything basically. And the other two, RPC messages and RPC client, are here. RPC messages and RPC client. We need that to talk to a Nano node via RPC. And let's just open up that part that sends out the Nano to the winner, because all of the other things are just uninteresting from my point of view. Picking a winner, that code just says if the name is LFLF, then pick another winner. Just kidding, LFLF. Coach Fire says, awesome, I'll start the repo and watch out for the compose. Okay. Cyborg Gamer says, what made you want to make a Rust port of the Nano node? I think it's a great idea. What made me do it? I was a huge Nano fan, and I was at a point in my life where I wanted to change my work, and I always wanted to go into crypto, because crypto is my passion, has been my passion for a long time, ever since 2011 or 2012. And I always wanted to work in crypto, and Nano was the project. Hey, congratulations, Cyborg Gamer, for winning one Nano. Yeah, Nano was the project that I liked the most, and I always wanted to help, but it was written in C++, and I just did not want to touch C++ anymore in my life. I was a C++ dev many years ago when I was very young, and I just didn't want to use C++ anymore, and that's what kept me from helping Nano. And then one day, I thought, let's try if I could port a single function to Rust, just as an experiment. And I ported a single function to Rust, and I ported a single class to Rust, and I was hooked. And from then on, it only got worse. And I worked more and more and more on this. So that's how I got started. It wasn't a great plan or something. I just got addicted. I got addicted to this. Oh, already 100 messages, and we are just 30 minutes in. Wow. LF says, congrats, Cyborg. Yeah, that's how it got started. And now it's finished. Also, Ripe says, great project, thanks, Gustav. Yeah, thank you. And if there are any new viewers who want to join the raffle, just post your Nano address in chat. So back to the raffle bot. As you can see, we reference RsNano core and the RPC messages. And now let's open up the prize sender. So the prize sender is the part that sends out the 1 nano to the winner. And it is not nice code, but I still wanted to show it to you because maybe it brings you to new ideas of what you could code with it. So it uses the Nano RPC client, which is from RsNano, and you just give the IP, the URL that you want to connect to. And shout out to Rui because he wrote the Nano RPC client. And then you can just make RPC requests. And so this is how we send blocks in Nano. I get the current account info, which contains the latest block and the balance and everything. And let's just skip this part. Let's just go down here. Here we create a state block. And state blocks are the only blocks allowed nowadays. It was different back then. And so we create a state block with all of the information that has to go into a block, the frontier hash, the representative, and the new balance. So that new balance is the old balance minus the thing we send out, the destination address, and here we sign it with the sender keys. And before we can send it out, we have to create a small amount of proof of work. And we do that here. And it's, yeah, this is just like really stupid design, really. It just creates a new work pool here, uses 4 cores, and then it just generates the proof of work. And it uses that work now in the block. And then it creates the process args, which we send to the RPC server, and that sends out the block. That's all the code. So maybe you want to do your own little Rust thing that does some nano transactions, and you could just copy this. Just copy paste it. So there's no copyright here, really. Just do with this code. Do with this code whatever you like. So let's see. What does the chat say? Craptor says, if you're finished porting to Rust, will there be a lot less to do now? I know Rui was going to work on it for a year, but what is there to do? There is a ton of things to do. So porting was the boring part. It was the necessary evil that I had to go through. The reason why I ported everything to Rust is because I want to refactor it. I want to restructure the code. I want to extract reusable libraries. I want to write better unit tests and all of that. So that is actually the main work that I wanted to do, and it has only become possible now that everything's ported. So there's tons of stuff to do now, and that work that is ahead of me now is a lot of fun. So that's now creative work, and a lot more satisfying than porting code. Alstripe said very readable and understandable code. Now Nano protocol becomes easier to understand by more people. Oh yeah, and even Foss, did you read it on Discord? Even Foss, I sent him this code example yesterday evening, and he very quickly integrated it into his project where he wanted to create proof of work from Flutter, and he has started to develop a Flutter library now that can send out blocks and generates proof of work, and it uses the RsNano code base. So yeah, so that's just the beginning of reusability here. The Origin YouTube says, wunderschönen guten Abend, which means very nice evening. Do we mean the Nano text editor when we talk about Nano? No, this stream is about the cryptocurrency called Nano. Congrats Newish says, kind of null. Ben says, is the Rust RPC 100% compatible with the C++ one? Very good question. It is, I would say, it is 95% compatible. There are some minor differences, especially when it comes to handling blocks. So there was some legacy ways of how block data could be transmitted, and I have not, or Rui did it. Rui has not ported that, and with good reasons, because it's just a stupid way of sending data, and it is legacy for a long time. So we decided not to port that, we tried to keep it as compatible as we could. So I think it is more than 95% compatible. If you find anything that is not compatible, just let us know. AAK says local proof of work just in time for the winter. Nice. So I can heat my room here. All right. Ben says, what do you think about trying to make RsNano node even more resistant to spam? Could it be possible? Well, yeah, spam resistance will always be a topic. And I think in a Rust code base, you can implement changes faster, because the language itself just helps you with understanding the code, and it helps you with changing the code and extending the code. So yeah, I think it will help a lot in the future. Good. So yeah, so if you want to do something with Rust and maybe send out some nanos in a fun project, just copy this code here from the REFL repository. Dominic says, or Dominique, hello. Okay, so that was the REFLbot part. What's next? What's next on the list? Show REFLbot. Yeah. Yeah, the next thing. So I wrote another tool, and that is for the RsNano node itself. Because I was always annoyed about the lack of visibility of what's happening. So there are the log files, okay, and you can find a lot of stuff in the log files, but I found the log files to be very noisy, very hard to read, and I was always wondering what's going on in my node. And then I stumbled upon this article. Let me just open that one up. I stumbled upon this article here by G. Paul Hill. If you don't know G. Paul Hill, really cool coach, programmer coach, and he keeps talking about making apps. Making apps are apps for developers so that they can have a better insight into what's happening in your projects. And it's a fun short read about what a making app is, and that inspired me to create my own making app for the RsNano node. So let me show you how it looks like. Oh, I think we have to compile it first. Let's go to RsNano node. So this is in the folder tools inside. If you want to try it out yourself, just run it with cargo run release. And I think it will compile it now. Yeah. So let's just compile it, and won't take long. That's another advantage of the Rust repository. Compilation is just a lot faster there and running the tests. AllStoripe says, do you a dev must learn, or maybe do you think a dev must learn C++ before Rust to learn low-level network programming? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, if you are a C++ dev, you will pick up Rust very quickly because those languages, they share a lot of the same concepts. But you don't have to know C++. AAK says, do you already run a Rust node on the network? If not, when do you think the first will go live? I do. I showed it here at the very beginning of the stream. It is beta.rsnano.com. So this is a Rust node. My plan is to create a Docker image of the full 100% Rust node, run it there, and then I want to switch my principal rep to the Rust node early next year. And then we will have our very first principal rep that uses the Rust node. AllStoripe says, do you think a developer must learn... Ooh, oh no, that's the same question. Okay, we already answered that one. Okay, still compiling, still compiling. Yeah, now my cores are busy creating the proof of work for the raffle winners. Wait a second, does it recompile? Should have been done long before. What's wrong here? Does it just recompile in an endless loop? No, it doesn't. I think maybe it compiles the whole node, maybe, because I think I haven't done that before the stream. The Origin says, I find that Rust is a very elegant language, but I've experienced that refactoring or restructuring project is more of a headache than good. Shout out to the borrow checker. Oh, really? I find it the other way around. So I find refactoring C++ code really difficult because you don't have the borrow checker. So yeah, it started up. So let me just make this a bit bigger. So this is the making app. I called it RsNano Insight. And what it does is it runs a full... Let me move this to another desktop. So what it does is it runs a full Nano node with a GUI. So this is the GUI. And we can decide which network we want to connect to. So let's pick the live network. Why not? And when we hit the button Start Node, it starts the node. And now you can see all of the connections that this node makes with more information about the other nodes that it connects to. So this will just take a minute to load all of the data. And so you cannot only see the nodes that you connect to. You can even, and now this is the fun part, you can capture all of the network messages. So let's do that now. So let's capture all of the network messages here. And I find this really helpful for exploratory testing. So now I can see all of the messages here that our node received and sent out for every connected node, and even for all of the nodes. And I can filter them by message type here, confirm request, confirm acknowledge, node ID handshakes, and the ascending bootstrapper and everything. So I can very quickly see the messages that go out and in. And Bob suggested to show all of the queues and their status. And this is just the beginning here. So there will be a lot more in the future. I just added a couple of queues, and Bob even made a PR where he added some queues here. And yeah, this will help me with my daily work with RsNano, where I can just very quickly investigate how things are going. And I find this much more log file. The RsNano making app. Yeah, if you want to run an RsNano node, you can just run this one and you have a GUI there. There are no real downsides. Oh, why doesn't it shut down? Maybe it takes a second. No, wait. Okay, let's kill it. Maybe there are downsides. No, but there shouldn't be really. So as long as you don't capture messages, there shouldn't be a performance penalty. So what does the chat say? Crafter says, how much voting weight does your rep node have? My PR, a lot. I think 1.7 million. 1.75 million. Osterep says, changing my representative now to RsNano. Thank you. Great. Osterep says, consciousness is the jewel of borrowed checker. It is the great force of Rust. In Rust, 1 + 1 is always 2. Yeah. So this borrowed checker, it is a gift, really. It is a gift because it allows you to fearlessly refactor and to fearlessly do multi-threading, and that's worth so much more. Ben says, "Wow, that's awesome." 1401 says, "Cool," and 1401 says, "That's amazing." Yeah, this is some work good stuff. Yeah, I put a bit of work into this. I got a bit carried away, and my plan is to extend this inside app a lot. So I want to see everything that's going on inside a running node. Ben says, I just saw my node IP. Yeah, it connects to all nodes. So it even connects to, let me just start it again. Because it even connects to my node. To my Rust node and to my PR. So, and down here you can see the blocks. So it's currently here bootstrapping with 1,400 blocks per second. And it has 2.4 million blocks already. Yeah, so my node, I think my Rust node is at the bottom, and it shows you here in the maker column here, in the maker that says NF for Nano Foundations. So all nodes that are that have an NF are C++, and it will show